What's going on, guys? It's Cooks. I hope you're well. That's right, new setting. Actually, I've just moved around in my room. But as always, wanted to start by simply saying thank you to everyone who's taken the time to watch my videos so far and just leave comments and help me out. It means a lot. I appreciate it. So today's story is basically my journey of waking up at 5 a.m. every single day and working out for 90 days straight. Well, technically I'm on day 77, haven't quite reached the 90 yet, but I've learned quite a few things and I wanted to share the story with you. So basically I've got a history of just starting workout programs, trying to get fit, trying to get in shape and stopping and starting for years and years and years and years. It's all I did. There'd be stretches where I'd do a few months at a time, then I'd stop, a few weeks, a few days, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, and it's irritating. It really used to irritate me a lot. It was kind of like that my whole life. And I always made excuses. I was the guy that said, the weekend was there, it was someone's birthday. I went to bed late, I had a headache, it was too cold outside, but it was just really inconsistent. And I just knew I wanted to make a change. So basically, just referring back to my notes here, all I knew is that inside I wanted to have really good habits. I knew in order to be successful in life, everything that I'd read, I needed to have good, consistent habits inside myself. I wanted to be able to follow through on something. I wanted to be able to say I did it inside. And I wanted to have just really good habits. But obviously on the outside, like I said, I'd be making excuses as to why it didn't happen. And I'd try and work out and make it look like I was working out and doing well, even with my food. And I wasn't. I was lying to myself and I was lying to others. And it was like that for a long time. And then essentially what happened was that about a year and a bit ago, I just decided that was it. I'd had enough, and I wanted to do something different. I knew I had to be different. I'd been going to business coaching, been applying the lessons to life, as well as to my business. And a friend of mine and myself basically decided, look, we're going to do it. We're going to wake up at 5 a.m. and we're going to start working out. And we did it. And we started working out at 5 a.m. without really any purpose, but we were just getting up. And very shortly after that, I signed up, and for the first time in my life, I paid for a coach, an online coach, to give me a workout program and to guide me. And I did it for 8 weeks, and it went really well. Again, just waking up at 5 a.m. But when the program stopped, I stopped. Because I knew I was just doing it for the program. And then a couple of weeks went by and I signed up with another coach and I did a 16-week program with this coach. And again, the results were great. I got in really good shape. I had a flat stomach and a six-pack, and my chest looked like I had pecs instead of man boobs, which was great. And I was in a good space. But essentially, I stopped that, went on holiday, came back, and very quickly got out of shape again. My stomach got out of shape. I was kind of like skinny fat, lost any muscle I had, and again, it wasn't consistent enough. Though I'd done quite a long stretch, there wasn't any consistency to it. And kind of went away on a short break and came back, and I just knew I had to be different. If I wanted to do this for the rest of my life, if I wanted to be successful and follow the path of successful people, I had to wake up and do this every single day, 7 days a week, weekends included, because it's the only way it's going to work. And so I made a commitment and I said, that's what I'm going to do. And my plan was simple. My plan was that I'm going to start a home workout program called P90X, which some of you may have heard of. And it's an incredible 90-day program. And the second part of my plan was that I posted on my Instagram stories that I'm committing to a 90-day workout program. I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock every single day, and I'm going to post the days that I'm working out on my stories. And I was going to write down all my results as well. And that's what I started doing. It was just for me. I posted publicly because I knew on my Instagram it was just like my friends and my family that were following me, and if I didn't do it, they'd jump on me and say, look, why haven't you done what you said you were going to do? And so I started, and for me, like just getting over that, the weekend, the first weekend was such a big thing because I was actually waking up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, doing a kind of recovery workout and resting and afterwards. But it meant that I'd done the workout. And when it got to Monday, I didn't feel like I had to start again, and that was massive. I mean, often throughout doing this, doing the program, waking up at 5 a.m. and some of the exercises are super hard and really painful in terms of you're pushing yourself. And I hadn't eaten any food in the morning. It was very hard. I felt like quitting. Pretty much all the time, I felt like quitting. I tested myself so much, and but the results were that I've now reached day 77. And the results were speaking for themselves. And the other thing is, I knew that this time it was different. I mean, for example, just from the outside, like my chin-up numbers have gone up. I could barely do 10 chin-ups, and now I can do like 20 plus in a row very easily. In an hour in one of the programs, I'm doing like hundreds of push-ups, like a ridiculous amount of push-ups. I'm fit, I'm strong. And then actually on the outside, because I've been posting on my Instagram stories, it seems to have randomly inspired people. Like people are doing their own 90-day challenge. Some people are working out, some people are doing yoga, some people are writing and keeping journals. But it's incredible. Like people have been watching what I've been doing, something that I just did for myself and I wanted to post publicly. And they've then taken on their own challenge. And when I found that out and people were messaging me, I then started holding them accountable and saying, well, look, I've done my day. Have you done yours? If not, why not? And if you have, well done, celebrate the victory. But I learned 3 really fundamental lessons, and I think it transformed me on the inside. The first lesson I learned was that habit is the most powerful tool you can bless yourself with. Habit is more powerful than willpower, it's more powerful than motivation, and habit is what is going to carry you through on the days where it's dark and grey outside, where it's cold, where you're comfortable in your bed, where you've had a massive night out, where whatever the excuse is and you don't want to do it, your habit is the thing that's going to carry you through. And that's massively powerful. And then when you combine that, this is the second thing, when you combine the habit with accountability, it becomes practically unstoppable, especially when it's public accountability. Because there's been times where I've kind of woken up and I've gone, oh, there's no way I want to work out right now, even though I had the habit. But then I thought to myself, I've been posting every day on Instagram and people are watching and people are commenting on me doing the workout. And if I don't do it, then they're going to ask me questions. And that single thought has got me out of bed, which was huge. And I think finally, like, it taught me I'm actually capable a lot more than I thought I was. And no doubt, like, everyone else who might try something like this and do something like this, you'll realize just how powerful you are in a positive way and how much you can achieve once you break through that initial barrier of, for me it was a couple of weeks. It took about 3 weeks, 4 weeks to break through that initial barrier of discomfort. But then you start getting into this mode where it's like, well, this is my life now and this is what I want to do and I enjoy it. And I enjoy the fact that I feel like I've kind of got an edge on everyone else. I've got a couple of more hours in the bank. I've done something really big. And on the weekends especially, it's a huge feel-good factor for me. And I suppose the bonus, going back to one of my other points, was that, I've inspired others to take action for themselves as well. And so, yeah, that's kind of my story on waking up at 5 a.m, doing P90X and working out for 90 days in a row. And those are the 3 lessons that I've learned. And I hope this video has helped you in some way. And if you do feel like joining me on my next challenge, which is in 2 weeks, I'm going to do a short 30 or 60 day challenge. So drop me a message and let me know what you think if you'd like to join in on that. I'll do it on my Instagram. But yeah, I'd love to have you be a part of the journey and to hold me accountable, which would be great. But thank you for watching, as always. Peace.